Hello again. Welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to All the Mods 6. So since the last episode, I have been getting us kind of squared away. Above ground, everything is now moved above ground. We have items kind of sorted in a way that makes sense to me. Like, this is kind of miscellaneous stuff, also miscellaneous stuff, also miscellaneous stuff. Crops and plants and things like that. Building materials, and metals and such. So we kind of have ourselves a little storage building here. We have all the necessities. They're just kind of spread out. We have a storage building here. We do have a little wheat farm that I've been making use of here. This area right here is something that we're going to get into today and start setting up. And then over here we have a potato farm, which is actually ready to harvest. This is the food source that I'm using at the moment, though we will try to move away from this, hopefully decently quick. And then over here we have our furnace set up, and I actually ran, if we take a look back here, you can see there's cobblestone chimneys that come up and go all the way up. So if we smelt things, which we will here in just a moment, it'll actually exhaust smoke out of there. Advanced chimneys is a mod I absolutely love, and without it, smoke just goes everywhere. It literally goes all over the place. Like, for example, let me grab this. Let me take this for just a moment, and I'll show you what it looks like if you don't have a chimney. So, smoke, right now it's just going straight up, but as soon as the wind starts blowing, it's going to go all over the place. It was actually like spewing out of the bottom of this, and I was like, no. But as soon as it started doing that, I was like, oh yeah, advanced chimneys is in this pack, because that's the mod that causes it. You can see the wind kind of blowing this smoke off in that direction. But if we have advanced chimneys and we throw this into here, which really I would be better off doing that, you can see that the smoke goes up and out right there, so the wind is blowing it off in that direction. The only problem with my placement for my furnace is that sometimes if the wind blows just right, it blows up into the window of that little building there. So that's not really ideal. I may end up having to move it, but that's okay if I have to. But I've started setting up just kind of what is going to be our little kind of starting village. It's not going to be the bulk of our base, but we are going to have these little village areas outside of the main part of the base, I think. And they make great starter areas. They're super cheap, just a lot of wood. Most of it is, there's a little bit of jungle, but most of it is Zelkova and Willow for the majority of the builds thus far. All really, really simple, non-ornate. I need to decorate things. I just haven't yet because I'm poor right now. I did lure some cows over here and set them up in this little fence area. This will get moved, and sheep are kind of surrounding my house at the moment, which they will also get moved, and they like climbing my ladders. And then up here we have my house at the moment. I've got to decorate the inside, and it's not going to be our house long term. But for right now, we have a bed and stuff up there. So it is serving its purpose, giving us a safe place. It's fairly easy to get away from mobs to sleep. Also, something I wanted to make mention of. I don't know if there's a way to fix this, but quark. I am hating me some quark right now. Let me find my leads. I was going to try to put leads around these little poles, and I might change the wood type so we kind of have like these little tiki torch type things, but I ran into a little bit of an issue. Leads, thanks to quark, are completely busted. They do this. You can do that, but you're stuck still with that. And if you try to remove it, it breaks the whole thing. It's really not great. I don't know why that would be a thing that quark would want, or what the purpose of this is. Also, it does seem to cause the world to kind of bug out, and now I probably need to restart. It's really, really weird. Like, if I try to break these, nothing's going to drop. It's basically doing that like a lockup thing whenever I open chests, but leads do cause that as well. So just a heads up there. Let me restart the pack real quick. So back in this world, you can see it still harvests all the stuff. It just doesn't it doesn't drop the items until I reload the world. So, but yeah, leads are kind of busted. as far as trying to decorate or do much with them. But anyways, what we are going to be doing today, we're going to start pushing into some of the OP stuff within the mod. Day 2, just to get us basically the building materials that we're going to need to really kind of push the village and the main build and just kind of make building not something that's super grindy to do. So what we're going to need, we are going to need a lot of wood, various types of wood for our build. We're also going to need a lot of stone, we're going to need a lot of gold, we're going to need a lot of clay, string, those being the really big things, I think, as well as quite a bit of dirt probably. So I think we're going to push into a little bit of stuff today. The very first thing we're going to do is we are going to turn our attention over to botany pots. Best way to just get a bunch of wood is probably going to be going with botany pots. I did get a bit of clay here. We're going to go ahead, let's go ahead and go with 9 botany pots worth of terracotta. And let me go ahead and just move this over now. I haven't died yet. I've been pretty safe. I've been sleeping consistently when night hits, so it hasn't been too terribly dangerous for me. I'm going to go ahead and grab that out. That's enough iron, honestly. And let me go ahead and just, for now, I'm just going to chunk load this area so that this can keep working while we're gone. I did spot... Let me make another axe real quick, actually. I think we're going to go ahead and go with an iron axe. I did spot some interesting types of trees. First up, let's go ahead and warp over to here. I want to grab some pine, because we might use pine. As long as we get a sapling, we will be good. Also, a few more types here. Fir. Right back in here, we have aspen. Oh no. Oh, that was that old axe. There we go. There's aspen. And I was thinking there was something else I had spotted, but maybe not. Let's go ahead and get these. And let's get ourselves some flower pots. I'm actually going to be wanting a lot of flower pots. Oh! I did not notice that. So hopper botany pots are changed to require terra steel nuggets. That's okay. There is a few changes like that. Like I know Mega Torch is a little bit different, and there's a few things that are altered. But default botany pots should be just fine for us until we start Botania. But that's okay. We should be able to make do. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some hoppers. Not a big deal without hopper botany pots. It just makes our drawer setup, makes it a little bit different as far as how we set that up for now. And let me get one of each of our main saplings. The big ones I want to get planted are Zelkova and Willow. And I don't have any jungle saplings. But there is quite a few jungle trees around here. So I may just see if I can find some of those. Like over here, starfruit. Over there is that peanuts or... No, that's tamarind. Okay. What's really nice with this version of Pam's, when it comes to chopping down trees, like you want to make sure that you have at least 8 of a given resource, because that's what you're going to need to make the sapling. But if we chop this down, like right now we have 7, but all of these that were broken also drop tamarind. Even though they weren't fully grown, they do drop tamarind as well. So kind of makes it easy to get enough to make sure that you can replant that. Now, unfortunately, I did not get a jungle sapling. I actually did get one between episodes, and or no, it was at the end of last episode, but I planted it, and I did not get a sapling in return. Ah, there we go. We got a jungle sapling that time. And while I'm out, I do see a couple fruits that we don't have. Grapefruits. Go ahead and make sure we get 8 of these. And also breadfruit. We have persimmons. And then back in here we have lychee. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn our attention over to storage. Right here we have a checkmark task, and we do get a bovine shaman head. So we're going to take that. We're actually going to set that up here today. Vanilla chest, we've done. Vanilla barrel, we've kind of gotten those, but I don't have any on me at the moment. But what I want to do is I want to make some drawers. I really don't need 1x1s though. So we probably won't finish this quest if they're wanting the 1x1 drawers. And it looks like we do not have frame drawers. That's fine. What we're going to do is probably just go with jungle. That's going to be something that we will be using a lot within the base, so may as well. So there's 4 of those. And we'll just pop over this dart's just kind of a placeholder. And I guess since we don't have the hopping botany pots right now, we're going to set it up here. And then later on we will change over to the hopper botany pots. But for now this will be good. So we'll just run these in to the, oh yeah, that string's there, into the back of our drawers. And then we'll drop in our botany pots. It'll be fine for now because I do need these up and going. It's going to give us like a slow passive source of these various different materials. Okay, so now what we're going to do, since we got kind of some wood going on, I got some gold smelted. Let me grab that. I did mine a little bit down. Of course, right now we don't have ore doubling, but that's not really a big rush for me within this series, to be honest. We'll get that down the road or whatever. But I want to take a look at mystical agriculture already. Episode 2. Though our main use is going to be for building materials and not exploiting it for lots of like free ores and stuff like that. So we're going to need red carpet, and we're going to need some smooth stone as well. Now stone is something I do not have a plethora of at the moment. I've used most everything that I've gotten, but that's fine. It's easy enough to get a bit of this. And as for red carpet, I do have poppies. Coral, dye essence. Dye essence is something else we really do need to get pretty quick. I don't have beetroots at the moment. I don't have mystical flowers. Roses would be awesome to find. And I don't want to take my only poppies, so I am going to have to go out and see about finding some poppies or some roses or something like that. So let's just set off. Could get some free glowstone, I guess. And let me go ahead and shear a couple of these also for later use. But let's set off, see what we can find here. There we go. Now I'm going to need at least 19 red carpet. So this will be fine. And then we can also look for maybe some new trees and things while we're out exploring. I've noticed some others, but I didn't grab them at the time because that's a good reason for us to explore. Oh, what do we got over here? Oh, this is that, yeah, this is that ruined village. We've already been through here, but also nature seeds would be good to have, to be honest. A lot of those seed types that would just be really useful for us. Alright, so what we're going to do, let me grab this iron, actually. We're going to throw that in there, because I think I'd like to get maybe a hopper or 2 more than what we've got at the moment. Then let me also get some stone going as well. Okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves some red wool. 16 is probably good. There's 24. Let's see how our smooth stone's going. So it's super easy, super cheap to start into mystical agriculture, in all honesty, within this pack. Just default recipe, so not bad. Let's get that, and then let's get those. And I'm sure there's a quest in here for mystical agriculture. They want us to get 8 of these, so I'm going to hold on to these until we can have the full set. But I am going to go ahead and take the altar over. We're going to set this up. It's not going to stay dirt, but oh, that's kind of cool. I don't think it did that before. Maybe it did, but... And while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and get ourselves... Oh no. Let me convert this to a default crafting table. Let me get ourselves a crafting stick, so that way we can kind of craft on the go. And then let's get a few more of these, just 5 more. There we go. That's going to complete a quest for us, and we can go ahead and set this up. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now I'd also like to go ahead and just get ourselves a pressure plate for now, until we come up with something a little bit nicer, just to give that some redstone with. And let's see about getting ourselves some seeds. I think, actually, it might even be easiest to do it through here. Oh, what do we get? Oh, a book. Inferium farmland. We have to make that to lead into the others. Interesting. Okay, well, we have some Inferium essence. We're going to go ahead and grab what we do have. Do I really have exactly a stack? Huh. Let's go ahead and get ourselves that, and that makes farmland. Toss in Inferium essence, we get Inferium farmland. Let's go ahead and get that. At this point, we could, and we might, upgrade our soil that's over here. Oh, hoppers don't work with it. No. That's okay. We can still right-click to do it. We're going to have to use a clicker in that case. That's fine. We'll tackle that in just a moment. That actually might even be easier in a way. I was thinking that hoppers could pull from those, but they can't. I think the old botany pots, the hopping bonsais, hoppers worked with that, but not these botany pots, if I recall. It is okay. I just need wood. I just need wood, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tier 1 seeds. Most of what I need is here. Now, granted, dye seeds would be nice. Gold seeds would be nice. We'll get those later. But the most important things are these here. Stone seeds, I want this for starters. This is stone, inferium, and prosperity seeds. So we're going to get ourselves, I think altogether today, I want to make, I think today I want six different seeds. So let's, oh, I'm going to have to go mining for prosperity, or that is fine. Let me go ahead and do that, because I'm going to need a bit of that. But yeah, I did a small amount of mining between episodes, basically just for gold and stuff, but I didn't do all that much, though. And I guess I'll probably end up moving my botany pots, since we're going to be doing things a little bit differently today than I originally planned with those. Let's go ahead, get ourselves 5. I need 1 more, though. There we go. And there we go. You can already tell we're going to start refined storage very, very quick. I'm just getting so much stuff in this pack. Like, so much stuff piling up on me here. Alright, now what we're going to be making with our seeds. First and foremost, we are going to be making dirt seeds. So we'll go ahead and throw out that. Mostly cheap seeds today, for the most part. There we go, dirt seeds. And then we're going to make ourselves some nifty stone seeds, because these are also going to be super important for us. There we go. And I don't think these give rewards or anything like that. No. And then I've got to pop back down here really quick, because there's a really basic material that I have yet to mine, apparently. I know there's some right back in here. I need to get my hands on some gravel. There we go. There's almost a stack of it. Now, we could make wood seeds. That would be kind of nice, but I might. Probably not today, or at least not right this second, because wood essence in this pack can't be used for the exotic woods, so I'm not as concerned about it, but I might, because I'm still going to be using a lot of jungle and stuff. So now let me go ahead, throw these together, and clay, and we're going to get ourselves some water agglomeratic, and I'm going to have to craft these one at a time. And we are going to get ourselves some water seeds, because water seeds and dirt essence, water essence and dirt essence, we can use that to make clay. And we're going to be using a fair amount of clay as we progress. So this will just make our lives a little bit easier. So hit that. There we go. Okay, now if we take a look at infusion crystals, master infusion, yeah, it takes that. Default infusion is just prosperity shards, diamond and inferium. We've got that stuff. There's no tiering infusion within this pack, so this is all pretty straightforward. Let's get that, and then we're going to go ahead and upgrade, get ourselves some prudentium. I am going to need some more inferium though. And to actually unlock this, we're going to need to make some farmland, so let's do that. There we go. Actually don't need a lot of inferium. Let me pop down and see if I can find it really quick, because it's usually pretty common. It's one of those things I just don't mine all the time. Also, probably will get inferium seeds up and going before too long, but I do kind of want to wait on it, because waiting on it and maybe even not setting up an inferium farm for a long time until we actually need it for in-game. And just relying on mob kills and mining and stuff like that is a good way to kind of balance this out, because technically we could just make an inferium farm and push on to like all this crazy stuff and stuff like this. So maybe best to just kind of pace ourselves via having to actually find this stuff the harder way and not having the seeds, I think would be a good idea. Just for kind of personal balance. And I actually only need one more inferium for what I need today. There we go. And one of the things that I'm hoping to get built, or at least start working on before next episode, is a mine. Because we're not actually going to be using this as our mine. This was just kind of like a day one, let me build a base above ground, but let me live underground for just a very short period of time. But I do plan on building a proper mine, hopefully between this episode and next. So most of our building, of course, is being done off camera, though I'm hoping to maybe start streaming that. Is kind of my hope. My internet speeds have been working a little bit better. Still waiting on my new internet, but speeds are substantially better than they were. So I'm finally reaching the point where streaming again could be a possibility, but we'll see. It's also a matter of me finding a good time for that as well. Okay, so to get our dye seeds, we're going to have to get the dye agglomeratic. So we're going to need lime, orange, cyan, pink. But a really easy way to get these dyes is plants. Pickerel is a great source of cyan dye. So we can get 4 of those really, really easy. I know these pink orchids, we're going to want these for the pink dye. So we'll go ahead and get those. Lime would be... that one might be a little bit tougher, but that's okay. We can wait just a moment on that seed. We've got half the dyes, and the other 2 dyes are actually going to be a lot easier once we do something in particular. We could look around for plants from Botany. That would work as well. But we're going to be headed out anyways for a little bit. We're going to go on a little trip, a little exploration today in search of one particular thing. So I'm not too worried about going for it the easiest route. But we are going to go ahead and get ourselves some coal seeds. Not really for making coal. We're actually going to be using it more for making smooth stone. So we don't have to smelt it. That's going to be our primary use for that. Alright, now at this point I'm going to drop off a lot of this stuff. Let me get some potatoes cooking. And we need to set out in search of... we need to go out in search of a desert. At this point. We'll see if we can find a default desert. Wow, that's far. That is very, very far. What about desert hills? Also very far. What about... yeah, it looks like we're going to have to go for that desert. That's, I think, the closest one that we've got. That is very, very far. So in that case, let's take a look at getting ourselves some slime boats. I've got some slime here, not much. I also have this. Also not enough though. So right here, earlier I had to climb up a little ways to get this because I came here to get slime for leads, which kind of didn't work out the way I was intending. Oh, there went one. Boom. Alright, I just need a bit of this. That's all I need. Okay, I will come back for the saplings, but not right now. I need to get back home quick. Very, very quick. Can't sprint, so I just gotta like walk. I can see my base is light in the distance, but I'm gonna start starving soon. Oh, this is not ideal. Oh my gosh. Get away from me. Okay. We are safe. We are safe. There's a lot of mobs down there, it sounds like. No, you're killing my, your wolves are killing my sheep. Get out here, wolves. Get away. I've done really good about being in bed before it gets dark. Okay, well, we still have enough sheep alive that I can repopulate. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ourselves some slime boats. There we go. We'll throw those on, and that way we don't have to worry about fall damage. And then we are going to want to get ourselves a sky slime sling. Let me get that. And I am going to need some string, which I probably do not have. I need to get some flax up and going really, really bad, because string has been an issue. Alright, so there's our sky slime sling. I also need to get a some kind of a cot. I think Comforts has some sleeping bags. Okay, so there's our gray sleeping bag. Okay, so at this point we can set off in search of that. So we're just gonna hold this, charge it up, and it works about like the longsword used to. As you can see, you don't get nearly as high of jumps. Oh, pickerel weed. But this will allow us to explore off in this direction. Now, sometimes villages will have... oops. That's probably not the best thing to have on my hotbar, or in my offhand, because sometimes it will pull that up, but... oh, there's an 82 spot. Right there. But I know sometimes villages and other places will have cactus, like in flower pots and things, but probably the best way to go about finding some cactus is just heading for this desert. Now, I'm hoping to come across a waystone, maybe between there and, or here and there. And that way... and actually, while I'm here, I'm going to need pumpkins. I know where some pumpkins are near my base, but... I'm going to need a few of these, so I'm just going to take these. This swamp is massive. Oh, what is this a village? I bet it's a village. These do have durability now as well, so. Aha! Terracotta ground. I'm hoping maybe we can find ourselves some beetroot, some carrots, some stuff like that. We have pumpkin seeds, carrots. I'm going to take just 2. I don't need a lot of them. Beetroot seeds, I'm going to take those. But I would like to get nature seeds because vines are another thing that we're going to be using a lot of. Let me steal this. The fact that every village has a waystone makes it so, so good. We are still 8,000 blocks away. Okay. Well, let's continue on. I'm so glad they fixed this to be like the longsword. Like, it actually makes it good, in my opinion. And makes me maybe willing to go for a different weapon other than just the longsword every time. Oh, we have... looks like roguelike dungeon over here. Ha ha ha. We will have to check that out soon. I mean, right now I'm not even wearing pants, so we're not going to check that out today. But wow, this swamp is way bigger than I was expecting. We have a beautiful cold swampland over here. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a little bit different than the longsword, but still very usable. I'll have to get used to it a little bit, but... oh, Pumpkin City. Sika Woods. Oh, and this is all dark. This is Sika logs. That is dark oak. Well, I'll tell you what. The chance of me actually getting dark oak sapling out of this is near to none. But if we do make wood seeds, we can easily get dark oak saplings that way as well. Can I get... yeah. There we go. I will take some of those. I don't really need the wood, I just need the saplings for most of the stuff. What is this over here? Some kind of a structure. Fishing rod with life mending 3. I am going to take that for sure. Okay, now we've got about 7,000 blocks to go. And here we have a normal swamp. I love my never-ending swampland. It's like, I start a series, I know it's large biomes and stuff, but start a series, it's like, I'd really like to do swamps. Well, here we go. We have miles and miles of nothing but various types of swamps and Sika Woods, which actually kind of works out. I see mineral leaves. We're going to take, we're not going to take a mineral sapling from that, in fact. There's a mineral sapling. Perfect. Oh, you crazy sylph, you. I don't have any bone meal on me, though. Well, that's okay. Hey, what do we have over here? I'd like to mark it on the map at least. It looks like snow. To make sure that we do have it kind of marked. This is a village too. It looks to be a village of some form or fashion. We have a brewing stand. We're going to take it. Because there's actually some really good added potions within this pack that we will definitely want. Bee nest. Ooh, peonies and roses. And a block dimlet for silver ore from Thermal Series. We will take it. That's actually a pretty good find. If this is a village, it's a weird one. Because there's no villagers and there's block dim. Oh, wow! There's a baby villager in here jumping on the bed. So, I'm going to go ahead and mark this. I may end up changing the name of it. But this is a pretty good ways off. Like 3,000 blocks almost. So, it'd be good to have it. Another sylph over here. Seems like a good place to get sylphs. Because they do seem to spawn here a bit. I've also noticed them spawning in the swamp a lot. So that's I think that's gonna be pretty easy for us to get a sylph once we're ready for one. But today I'm not ready to start down that path. So it took us like a whole day just to get out of swamplands. It's honestly, it's so exciting for me because it means that we can just build out as far as we possibly need to. Like large biomes, I think is the best thing ever because you don't have to worry about ending up on these weird biome borders and trying to build and it being kind of awkward to do so. What do we have here? Just a lot of villages. A whole lot of villages. I'm going to take these. Oh, black quilted wool. We will take that. Let me dump all of this because I also want the lilacs for sure. Now I just need sunflowers for my my base 2 tall flowers. Emeralds. Yeah, we'll take them. Wow, this is a big village. A lot of kids. A lot of kids. So many kids. I'm going to mark this place. Oh, there's another waystone over here. Cool, because I don't need 2 in this one village. So I'm going to take that also. Quite useful considering I have not a single ender pearl to my name. Let's pop over here. There's another sylph down there. Right over there. But let's pop over. Let's get ourselves a cherrywood sapling. Sunny Blossom. Part of the Blossom collection from Quark. We're going to take that. Ah, river leaves. Yes, got a sapling. How far are we now? 5,000 blocks. We are still trucking. This will be a druid craft altar right here. Or, I mean, elemental craft. Whoops. I'm going to do that. Raw water shards. Drenched iron. We're going to take that. We're going to take that for sure. And we will continue on. Those will become important once we actually start into elemental craft. But that is also not something that we're going to start into today. Notice tonight I haven't had like any crashes, really. And it hasn't really been seeming to lock up much. Except with Quark's lead thing. That'll cause it to lock up. It doesn't lock up if you do it like once, but if you do a bunch of leads or anything. Wandering Trader. Might check him out actually. Because I do have 4 emeralds on me. Stop. Kelp. I can't afford the acacia sapling, and honestly at this point I could get wood seeds. There's really not nothing there that I need at the moment. 4,000 blocks and counting. I want to stop by this place. Wow, okay. Enchanted golden apple, blaze gold nuggets, flint and steel, berserker's fury 3, flaming rebuke 1, reactive 1, blast protection 4. We will take it. I don't guess I have any blocks to block this up. Let's just risk it. No! I didn't know I was going to land in that. There is water. There. Oh yeah, I haven't gotten any of these trees. Let me go ahead. Just get a sapling. There we go. Looks like I'm going to run out some durability on this sling trying to go this far. Alright. Orange spruce leaves. I want them. There we go. Then we have, I've already got aspen. I need red. We have pine. Let's take pine leaves. Because I don't think I got a pine sapling earlier. We have red. We have orange. Let's take yellow. Oh, is this pillagers over here? Yeah. I actually have not had pillagers at my base yet. Which is kind of a fun little fact. Woo! Don't stand on the sweet berries. Okay. Oh, my inventory is getting bad. Let's see. Wow, we've come a long ways. Oh, goodness. And we're still 3,000 blocks away. This is another swamp here. Oh, the biomes you'll go. Willow trees everywhere. This is a bayou. Wow. Man, this place is dense. Oh, but we do have blueberries, so I want to grab these so we can take some of them with us. My inventory is completely filled at the moment. Oh, there it went. Okay, well, this is a good point to get to because we can hit this up. Flaming Rebuke, reactive, netherwood saplings. We definitely want those because we will need these. We will definitely need them. Let me go ahead. I've got string. Let me make that. Let me throw on these leggings. Gives me something to wear. Oh, we're almost there. There's probably not a lot left before we reach the desert, like as far as other biomes. I think it's just really just getting out of this massive seasonal taiga hills that we've come across. But large biomes just so much better than like default. Because default it's like you're just like flying through all these different biomes and they're only like a few chunks in size. Large biomes, instead you have like this massive area to explore, to build. You know, you don't find a desert and think, oh, well, I could actually run out of sand in this desert. It is a proper village and lots of really nice trees. I do want to grab the waystone. I don't have the space for the trees, realistically, at the moment. But I can come back and get them. These are cherry logs. Different types of cherry trees from other biomes will go. What do we got over here? This looks like a wooden temple. Like a play on the desert temple here. Interesting. Well, we're going to come back to that. Not today, another day. We found a couple things to explore, though. We found that roguelike, and we found that temple, which probably isn't filled up with mobs. I think it just sounds like it is. Ah, freshwater lake. And another... Oh, that one actually doesn't have a waystone, though. Another village of some sort. Looks like the bayou, I'm assuming, is probably going to end here in just a moment. And give way to our desert. 400. We're almost there. We should start seeing it come into view on the map. Right there it is. Look at that. Rising up in the distance. It's like desert highlands area. Okay, so at this point, I am going to drop a waystone here. And we're going to call this desert. Okay, so we're going to end out this episode here. We're going to split it off into 2 parts. So next episode, we will actually get our seeds automated and our botany pots automated. Start generating those resources, having those come in. So it ended up it took a while because we had a lot to do in all actuality, because we haven't even done any progression. We haven't found deserts. We haven't went to the nether. There's a lot of stuff that we just haven't done. So it took a little bit longer than I anticipated. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.